One day, you could be enjoying sunshine and 60-degree weather, and the next, you're digging out from a massive snowstorm. Wyoming spring is a season full of surprises, and if you're not prepared, it can seriously catch you off guard. If you're new here, I'm Alisha Collins, and I love bringing you everything you need to know about life in Wyoming. Today, we're talking about springtime in Wyoming, and trust me, it's anything but predictable. So whether you're planning a visit, moving here, or you're just curious about what spring is really like in the Cowboy State, stick around as we break down everything from wild weather swings to mud season, wildlife waking up, and what it's like to live here during spring. My team and I love being your go-to source for all things Wyoming. We have time for you. We love answering your questions. We love where we live, and we want you to love where you live too. So call us if you're moving to the state of Wyoming. One of the biggest misconceptions about Wyoming is that just because it's spring doesn't mean we're done with the winter. Spring snowstorms, yes, snow is common here in the spring. Most of our snow actually happens in February, but Wyoming has still seen some record-breaking spring snowstorms. Wyoming is renowned for its substantial snowfall, which significantly influences daily life and transportation across the state. Average annual snowfall varies by location. For instance, Jackson Hole receives approximately 422 inches per year, while other areas like Cheyenne average around 60 inches annually. To navigate Wyoming's challenging winter and spring weather, it's crucial for residents and visitors to stay updated on road conditions and weather advisories. Resources like WYDOT's Travel Information Service provides real-time updates on road statuses, and there are even Facebook groups dedicated to travel advisories and first-hand experiences with our weather, helping you ensure safety for yourself and everyone around you while traveling in our beautiful state. These storms often bring travel to a halt, sometimes closing schools, shutting down roads, and even causing power outages. So, even though the calendar says spring, Wyoming often says, not so fast. It's important to always keep your snow gear handy, even in April and May. Okay, I can't even lie to you. We've even seen snow sometimes in June. 4 seasons in one day. One of the wildest things about spring in Wyoming is how quickly the weather changes. One moment you're enjoying the warmth of the sun, and the next, dark clouds roll in, bringing heavy snow or sudden cold downpours. The unpredictable shifts aren't just day to day. They can happen within hours. You might start your morning with frost-covered windshields and the heat cranked up, spend your afternoon in a t-shirt with the AC or windows down by noon, and then find yourself shoveling snow by nightfall. This extreme variability is due to Wyoming's high elevation and exposure to strong weather systems that sweep through the Rocky Mountains and the Great Plains. Rapid temperature fluctuations, sudden wind gusts, and unexpected precipitation make it essential to be prepared at all times. Pro tip: layering is key. If you're heading out, dress in layers that you can easily add or remove throughout the day. A warm base layer, a lightweight but insulated jacket, and a waterproof outer layer can help you stay comfortable no matter what the weather decides to do. Don't forget sunglasses. Wyoming's springtime sun can be intense, especially with a snow glare. And always keep gloves and hats handy, because in Wyoming, winter is never too far away, even in the spring. Melting snow and mud season. As the snow melts, we enter what locals call the mud season. Roads and trails turn into a muddy mess, making hiking, driving, and even walking around pretty tricky. If you've never experienced Wyoming's infamous Gumbo mud, let's just say it will eat your shoes, your tires, and especially your patience. This thick, sticky mud clings to everything, making back roads nearly impassable and turning even a short walk into an unexpected endurance test. Ranchers, outdoor enthusiasts, and everyday commuters all have to navigate the challenge of this seasonal phenomenon until the ground finally dries out. Springtime means wildlife is on the move. Bears emerge from hibernation, often with cubs in tow, searching for food after months of fasting. The western meadowlark, Wyoming state bird, is one of the first signs of spring. I actually saw one the other day. Known for its bright yellow chest and cheerful flute-like song, it fills the air with its distinctive melody as the season begins to change. Migratory birds return, and you'll see the geese, elk, and pronghorn making their way to summer ranges. Wyoming's roads, especially near open fields and forested areas, become hotspots for wildlife crossings. So if you're driving in the early mornings or evenings, be extra cautious. More animals are on the road, meaning more unexpected encounters. While the wildlife here is stunning and often irresistibly cute, especially with all those baby animals, we show our respect by keeping our distance. Please, for the love, never attempt to pet a wild animal. We all need a little nudge sometimes, and I'm happy to be your friendly reminder today. While the mountain remains snowy, the lower elevations start to wake up, revealing patches of green grass and vibrant early bloomers. Wildflowers like pasque flowers and buttercups begin to dot the landscape, creating a striking contrast against the lingering snow-capped peaks. These hardy flowers are among the first to push through the thawing ground, bringing color back to Wyoming's rugged terrain. Fun fact, Wyoming's state flower, the Indian paintbrush, starts blooming later in the spring. Its fiery red petals popping against the green and browns of the open plains for a stunning splash of color. Please don't let these sprouting wildflowers fool you into planting your outdoor flowers just yet. Hold off on your annuals and perennials until late May. Freezing temps can still sneak in, and you don't want your efforts to go to waste. I've done it before. You don't want to do it. Spring in Wyoming is a tease for outdoor enthusiasts. The warmer days and longer sunlight stir that itch to get outside. But this state doesn't make it easy. Many hiking trails and campgrounds are still buried under stubborn snowdrifts or transformed into a sloppy, muddy mess as the thaw sets in. If you're determined to hit the trails early, your best shot is sticking to lower elevation paths where the snow melts faster and the ground has a chance to firm up. Places like the foothills or sagebrush plains might not be as dramatic as the high mountains, but they'll satisfy that craving for fresh air without requiring snowshoes or a tolerance for sinking knee-deep in mud. Fishing, on the other hand, starts to shine in spring. As rivers and lakes shake off their icy lids, the water comes alive with activity. For anglers, it's a prime time to dust off the rod and reel. Trout streams begin to flow stronger, and those quiet lakes tucked into the valleys beckon with the promise of a good catch. Just be ready for chilly mornings and the occasional surprise snow shower. Wyoming spring weather loves to keep you guessing. For Wyoming ranchers, spring isn't just a season, it's a marathon. This is calving and lambing time and the heartbeat of ranch life, and it's as demanding as it gets. These days stretch long, with late nights bleeding into early mornings as ranchers tend to newborn livestock. Every calf or lamb is a small victory, but the work is relentless. Feeding, monitoring, and keeping the little ones warm takes over every waking hour, and plenty of the sleeping ones do. Wyoming's wild weather only cranks up that pressure. One day might bring a gentle thaw, the next day howling snowstorms, or a biting cold snap. These swings can be brutal for newborns who don't have the reserves to toughen out a sudden freeze or a wet, windy night, so ranchers must stay on high alert. Now, before I go, let's wrap up what we've covered today. Snowstorms can still hit hard. Spring in Wyoming is a wild ride, and if you're living here, there's one big takeaway. Expect the unexpected. The season has a way of keeping you on your toes, blending stunning beauty with some downright challenging quirks. Snowstorms don't just fade away when the calendar flips to spring. Wyoming throws a curveball, and a late season blizzard can roll in with little warning, dumping a fresh layer of white over all your plans. 1 minute you're basking in the sunshine, the next you're shoveling your driveway. It's not uncommon, and it's a big reason locals keep up their guard. Then there's the weather's mood changes. It changes fast, sometimes too fast to keep up. A warm afternoon can spiral into a frigid evening, or a calm morning can whip into a gusty, chaotic mess by noon. Mud season is real. Your boots and floors bear the brunt, especially with furry friends tracking it all in, leaving folks mopping like it's their full-time job. That's true. It gets everywhere, and it's just part of the Wyoming spring deal. But here's the flip side. Spring's unpredictability is also what makes it so gorgeous. One day you're watching a storm carve dramatic clouds over the mountains, and the next day you're spotting wildlife poking through the last patches of snow. We get a front row seat to nature doing its thing. Spring isn't about following a predictable script. It's about rolling with the punches and savoring the chaos. What is the craziest spring storm or wildest temperature swing you've ever experienced when you're in Casper? Drop a comment below. I absolutely love to hear from all of you and hear your stories. My team and I love talking to all of you. Please reach out to us. We would love to help you find your home in Wyoming. Remember, we want you to love where you live. See you soon. As I fall over. What the hell? Do you think I'm doing better? PASQUE? What the crap? I don't know why my mouth is not working today. Okay. Oh my gosh. I cannot say that word. I don't want you to fall.
Why did I go this way?
I don't know. Come on, Alisha, you got this.